travel continues to Crete, an island in the south of Greece. And Crete is the largest island of Greece, and it has stunning beaches and ocean, but more than that, it is famous for the Minoan Civilization. And while all these Greek islands are so lucky to have such a stunning ocean and be such a touristic destination, one problem is the tectonic plates and the volcanoes. Now Santorini, it was once a volcano called Thera, and in the year 1500 before Christ, this volcano had a huge eruption, one of the most violent on Earth. The distance from the volcano to Crete is about 100 kilometers, so the ashes didn't accumulate like it happened in Pompeii. However, a very strong tsunami came and produced a huge destruction. And that tsunami was the start of the decline of the Minoans, who lived here and had 90 cities. The Minoans were a Bronze Age civilization, and they flourished from 2700 before Christ and then ended around 1100 before Christ. And the Minoans are named so by archaeologists after their famous King Minos. And you surely know the legend of the Labyrinth and the Minotaur. The Minotaur was like a monster. His body was the body of a man, but his head was the head of a bull. The Minotaur was imprisoned in this labyrinth so that he can never get out. He was the bastard son of the king's wife with a Cretan bull. And it was Daedalus, the father of Icarus, who built this labyrinth for King Minos. The legend goes that King Minos had a beautiful daughter called Ariadne. And Ariadne fell in love with Theseus, who was a mythical king and founder hero of Athens. Theseus traveled to Crete to kill the Minotaur. And to make sure that Theseus will not get lost in the labyrinth, Ariadne gave him a ball of yarn, red yarn. Theseus took the red yarn and tied the beginning of it at the entrance of the labyrinth, and then continued down inside in order to find the Minotaur and kill him. And after an amazing fight, he managed to kill the Minotaur, and thanks to the red yarn he could get out of the labyrinth and take Ariadne with him. Actually, the idea with the red yarn was the idea of Daedalus, the father of Icarus. He told Ariadne to try and save him with that yarn, and told her where in the labyrinth Theseus should go in order to be safe. Theseus succeeded to kill the Minotaur, but also he took the daughter of King Minos with him when he left the island, so King Minos was very angry. And so King Minos imprisoned Daedalus and his son Icarus in the same labyrinth. And Daedalus, in order to save himself and his son, he built an amazing set of wings and tied them together and glued them with beeswax. And he told Icarus to not fly too close to the ocean because the wings will be wet, but also not to get too close to the sun, because then the wax will melt and the wings will be destroyed. But Icarus was too self-confident, and he didn't listen to what his father said, and he flew too close to the sun, so close that his wings melted and he crashed and died. These legends are of course not true, but what is true is that the Minoans had such amazing skills. You wouldn't think that their palaces with 4 floors were built more than 4,000 years ago. And their arts and pottery and metals were so amazingly crafted that they influenced the other cultures around, like Egypt and Israel, and spread and were so respected. And they were not only technologically advanced, but also their society. The women had a very important role. Often the women were in much higher societal position than the men, and they were the leaders, and it was a matriarchal society. And because it was a matriarchal society, they were very prosperous, and they didn't fight each other on that island, and they could invest their energy and their resources in technology and crafts. Their stunning artifacts are still perfect to this day, and that's where we're going next, to the museum, to see them all in person. Yo people, I almost missed on this because it's so bright outside. It's like super sunny, but it's actually almost 8 o'clock at night, and the museum is open only until 8. And I ran from my hotel. Luckily, it just took about 7 minutes, and here he is. The Minotaur, the real one of where we've been before this morning. The Minoan Rythen is actually a bottle. Liquids are stored inside and they are poured out during religious celebrations or just at the table.
here, I mean, everything is so big. The figure really is so reconstructed. I'm not trying to convince you. I know, I just try to do this. Okay, this is healthy. After all, that one. Not all of them. Different. After the journey.
The Minoan women were equal and often stronger than the men in the society, so they didn't need to cover up their breasts. Their dresses were open in the front and their breasts out, and the goddesses were able to hold snakes in their hand.
Famous goddesses with the snakes. Really? They have their breasts exposed. It's like
means a form of power?
yes. Everything depends on the context. Actually, everything depends on the context. Any member of the human body since we are running out, really help with the cycling community. Homer describes helmets made of the boar's tusks. Here is a sun.